And we can work with somebody that knows exactly what they want and will be able to pinpoint all the details, and will be able to guide somebody that doesn't know what they want. They just want an awesome product. We will work them through the steps necessary to achieve that awesome product. This is the single. We're gonna leave that for last, probably. Yeah, the single one. I always like to start with the most difficult one. So maybe we should start with the master bedroom, because that's the biggest one. Get it out of the way. And as we get tired and more tired and more tired, we're gonna have the easier ones. Yeah. We'll do that, actually. We have lower cabinets, 4 inches off the wall on either side. And same thing for the upper cabinets. It's 4 inches off the wall. Everything is centered. Should be very easy. Just double checking, you see, because we have the designer plans and then we have the drafting department plans. So we want to make sure that everything is lined up. Yeah. So it's 38 to the top. Yeah, 28 the cabinet, 4 inches off the floor, horizontal grain. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Careful, I don't want to cut you. That's laser. 28 and a quarter, and here 28 and 1/8. So the floor is only 1/8 of an inch off. It's not bad. Okay. Yeah, a little bit over 1/8. Okay. So now we have the top of our cabinet has to be at 32. This is it. 29. There we go. We're on the money. Oh, so remember how I was saying that? So that it's 10 foot? No, it's actually over 12 feet, this vanity. It's 147 inches. 144 inches is 12 feet. So it's 12 feet, 3 inches. That's a good size vanity. Those are gonna go on the wall, and then the cabinet is gonna hang on them. See the cabinets, the back of the cabinet has a cutout that fits exactly this. So this is screwed to the wall, cabinet is screwed to this. So you level all the cabinets in one shot, and we call it key. When we have multiple boxes attached one to the other on a wall, I always like to attach a key. It's a support that you install onto the wall, catching all the studs that are behind that key, and then attaching the cabinet on the key. 5 inches and 3/4. Here I measured the top of the key, but when I install it, the upper one, I want to see the mark at the bottom of the key, because I want to put the key on the wall exactly the length of the cabinets. Yeah, because once the key is in, everything is going to go boom, 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 boom on the wall. It's very important, yeah. And you have to make sure that you measure and put it exactly in the right place. Each cabinet box has 2 cutouts on the side that have the exact shape of the key. So you just anchor them or hook them onto the key, and you put screws through the back of the cabinet and through the key, which is attached to the studs, so that we don't have to look for where the stud is positioned inside of the cabinet. We're just worried about the positioning of the studs for the whole key. It's one of those things that we know it can be done like this. Once you put doors over that cabinet, you're never going to see that those holes are somehow misaligned, but it's something that we think looks a little bit better, and we're just doing it. I want to do is put all 5 cabinets one next to the other, because they're always, even though this is 3/4 of an inch material, if you were to measure it, yeah, it's almost a 32nd of an inch over 3/4. So now I can mark exactly from center, and I'll do my key. So you see, what are we doing here actually, the 3 of us now? We're screwing around, right? So one, it has to be level horizontally, and on this plane it has to be straight, because sometimes the wall can be bowed. Make sure that horizontally is straight and it's flat on the vertical plane. Middle cabinets right in the center, and then we keep on building on the sides. Let's say we start with a few images from Pinterest or Instagram. That's going to be our starting point. So this is the look that you're going for. The girls are going to try to modify it and adapt it to the space that the client has, because most of the time the space that we're going to have to work with, it's not really exactly the same space as the photo that has been used as inspiration that the client or the designer brought in. You have to decide where you're starting from. Like here, we want to be equidistant, right to left, with the outer walls. So you start in the middle and you work your way right and left, and you will end up equidistant. If the first cabinet was perfectly centered and all the other ones are just mirrored. Because we're not doing just design, measurements are crucial for us. So a very simple mistake that we noticed the other day was 12 feet 5 inches somehow ended up being 155 inches, which is incorrect. 12 feet is 144, 5 inches, so 149. But I do understand and see how that mistake can happen. But if there was a corner cabinet situation, then you have to start from the corner. You don't start from the middle, because you want to make sure that your corners lined up on both sides, and then you go on both sides. But here, equidistant to the side, yes, you start in the center. Multiple things you have to keep in mind. This one, for example, is hinged on the left-hand side. If you put it on the other side, it's not going to open the right way. And they're both identical. Works like a charm. As you've seen, when we've noticed the hiccup, I already came up with 3 solutions I had for the client. Is one, you just get more vanity for free, because you're getting an extra 6 inches. Absolutely perfect. 2 more, and then we start bringing in the lowers. That's going to be fun. And there I am going to ask for your help. To make it work with what was the initial intent of having equidistant space so that the right side doesn't meet the wall, or I can modify the whole unit to make it look exactly as it was designed. Look at that. The key worked perfect. It's like I measured it. And if it's measured right and installed properly, everything is going to go much easier from now on. If you rush the measuring and lining everything up, you're going to have to work at every step, putting in the drawers, putting in the fronts. Everything is going to be trickier. combination of everybody's imagination is the limitation to what we can do. How you started doesn't really matter. What matters is where you end up at.